1,000 kilometres northwest of Brisbane in the Bowen Basin, Moranbah is known for one thing: coal.
Every one of my friends and my family is somehow connected to the mining industry.
FIFO electrician Jeremy Kelland works at BHP's Peak Downs mine near Moranbah, where he's seen how hard it is to maintain hygiene and social distancing.
Obviously, if you do get tested positive, pretty much it's going to devastate the whole crew.
Mine workers like Jeremy across the country face an impossible choice. They don't want to see the mines close entirely, but also don't want to put their own health at risk.
These companies have had millions of dollar profits, billions of dollars for the last however long the resource industry has been going. You just hope that keeping these mines going is not going to cost any health costs to the employees, I suppose. That's what everyone's hoping.
Australia's mining industry continues to operate even though most of the country is in lockdown. In WA, mine workers are still allowed to fly in and out, despite the state's border being closed. In Queensland, workers are still travelling from around the state to the mines.
The industries which are being badly affected are really being decimated. Huge decreases in employment, while we've got other industries where there seems to be so far much less effect. So the mining companies are obviously making the judgment that there is still demand for their output.
In Moranbah, locals like GP Margaret Swenson say any movement of workers, even within the state, poses a threat to public health.
We make a joke. Moranbah is a petri dish. Not only do you have your locals who often have family elsewhere, we've also got the drive-in, drive-outs who do the same. We've got the fly-in, fly-outs.
Until mining companies are forced to ground their FIFO workforce, she says, the region remains vulnerable.
I've seen how influenza have gone through the camps and the mines previously. And if we even vaguely get that for influenza plus corona, we are in real trouble.
We're doing a lot to protect our workforce and the communities from the spread of coronavirus. Some of the strict controls that we've got in place around many of the same things that we're doing outside work, but ramped up for the workplace.
Australia's battered airline industry is also exempt from some key measures designed to stop the spread of coronavirus. While people who enter those Australian states that have closed their borders have to self-isolate for 14 days, airline cabin crews are exempt. That has some flight attendants worried.
There's an exemption in place at the moment for cabin crew, which really is at complete odds with everything that the Prime Ministers and the Premiers are saying and the health officials are saying every day in front of the Australian people. And Qantas has consistently downplayed the risks of this virus and the risk of exposure of this virus with its workforce. That's dangerous, it's reckless.
The problem is that, like people in the healthcare sector, cabin crew are becoming infected in the workplace. And so the question then is that they may not know immediately. The symptoms may be later on. That seems to be creating an incredible amount of angst around cabin crew at the moment.
Terry O'Toole is a flight attendant and a secretary at the Flight Attendants Association of Australia, and says Qantas needs to enforce regular use of protective equipment among cabin crew.
We really need to look at the PPE being provided. It probably needs to be more in line with the processes that are happening within the healthcare profession.
In a statement, Qantas said it had put in place increased measures to protect staff, including enhanced cleaning.
I honestly think that most crew were, very torn between I'm frightened to go to work because of the exposure that I may have to people in the general public, but I still need to put food on the table. So it has been a really tough time for cabin crew in Australia.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.